Now, you began volunteering, or I guess how did you even get involved in, or where did the idea of an animal sanctuary like even come from? Like, were you just volunteering somewhere and you're like, I should make my own sanctuary?
Yeah, so essentially what happened was I was one of those people who was obsessed with mini potbelly pigs. So I was one of the individuals who thought they stay small, like the size of a dachshund dog or a pug.
You humans, when are you gonna learn that size doesn't matter? Just because something's important doesn't mean it's not very, very small.
But that is absolutely not true. So there was 25 potbelly pigs who were seized by the SPCA in Ladysmith. So I knew, and all of the females were pregnant. So I thought, this is the opportunity for me to rescue, because I was never going to purchase a potbelly pig. So I adopted 2 of them, and while I was waiting for them to be weaned off of their mum, there was a potbelly pig down at Broken Promises down in Victoria, and they weren't able to adopt her. She was quite timid, and her name is Puddin. So I adopted her, waited for Charlie and Charlotte to be weaned off their mum. They came here, so I had 3 potbelly pigs who I learned had no knowledge of how to look after them, so I did a ton of research. Got involved with the sanctuary that was in Chemainus, learned how to look after them there. That was like 2 months, and then at the time I actually lost my father to a heart attack unexpectedly. So it was really, really, really tough for me. I was incredibly close with my dad, so it was one of those kind of tragedies where you kind of reassess what you're doing with your life, and like I wanted to do something different. And at the time there was a 1,000-pound sow up in Courtenay who had been used for breeding piglets for food her whole life, and they weren't able to breed her anymore, and the farmer's wife didn't want to kill her because she'd grown quite attached to her, and they asked if I would take her, because if I didn't she was going to be killed. So I said yes. It took a little while for me to convince myself, because I just had 2 or 3 potbelly pigs who weren't more than 100 pounds, and Debbie was over 1,000.
Oh my God.
So she was a totally different like way you need to manage her and look after her.
Hey, buddy.
But I thought, I'm her only option, and she ended up coming here. And then, so yeah, we started off with 6 animals. So we had the 3 pigs and then the cats, 4 pigs and 2 cats, and then started the sanctuary, and now we're home to over 170. So in 6 years,
God.
yeah.